What is up, people? This is Kirk and I'm here with my third part of the how to set up fully functioning Bukkit Server series. Now this part is gonna explain how you can set up the Server.Properties file. Now this is a basic file for every server. It just determines which game mode new players are gonna be set to when they first join in. So let's get to it. I'm gonna just open up my Dropbox folder. I'm gonna go on my brand new server. I'm gonna right click on the Server.Properties file. Now I have set some things here. Let me just erase them so I can explain from the start. So let's get to it. There are many options over here, as you can see. Allow another, level name, enable query, and all the other things. Let's start from the start, of course. Allow another if you want your players to be able to go to the nether. I'm gonna set it on true. Level name. Now this is if you want, for example, to transfer one of your single player saves on your server. You just transfer the save and then just rename this one world to the name of the server folder, and then you're done. Enable query. This is for sites like MinecraftServers.com, I think, I'm not really sure, which basically just advertise servers. Well, not advertise, they just list servers so that other players, random players, can join in. This one just sets if the site can view your server information, for example, how many players have logged in, how many, I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna just leave it on false. Now there is the allow flight option. Now the allowed flight option is if you want your players to be able to, well, fly. This is mainly for creative servers. I'm gonna just leave it on false. Server port, this is gonna be for your router settings. Now if you want to make your server public, then you wanna forward this port. For example, I got 25565, the default one over here. I'm gonna just leave it as it is. You wanna go to your router and then just forward it according to the instructions from the manufacturer, of course. Then there is the level type. There are 3 level types. There is the default, which is for, well, normal worlds. There is the flat option, which is for super flat worlds, and then there is the, how was it? Yeah, large biomes option. Now for larger biomes. Then there is the enable Archon option. What this does is it lets you control your server from an outside location. I haven't used that enough, so I can't tell you how it works exactly. Let's get into the server seed option. Now this is if you want to make a new world for your server, you just delete that one. For the level seed, you type in your, well, seed, and then you just start up your server and it's gonna load up, and then the world which is gonna spawn will have this seed you have typed in, this one. So then there is the server IP. This is if you want to, for example, let's say set up a Hamachi server. Now this one you want to modify it. If you set up a Hamachi server, it just tells the server which IP it has to be binded to. I'll just leave it blank because I want to make it a public server. Now there is the maximum build height, which is for 256 blocks high. Then there is the spawn NPCs option. This is if you wanted to spawn villagers, I think, yeah. Whitelist. I'm gonna just talk about the whitelist in another video. You might wanna catch up to that one. Spawn animals. This is self-explanatory. Well, spawn animals. I'm gonna set it on true. Snooper enabled. If you wanna send anonymous data to Mojang, I'm gonna set it on false. Hardcore false. This when they just die inside the server, they are just banned permanently. Then there's the texture pack option, which is for if you want your client to have a specific texture pack. I'm gonna just talk about this on another episode, stay tuned. And then there's the online mode option. This is if you want your server to verify each name that comes and joins. For example, let's say hacker decides to join the server, he's gonna use another name. For example, let's say that I'm the admin, which I am. The hacker will try and just type in my name, and then when he joins in, this option right here will just block him, which means it will just check if the data he transfers is from a premium account, which is not if you are a hacker, and then it's not gonna allow him to just connect. Then there's the player versus player option. I'm gonna leave it on true. Then there's the difficulty option, which is 0 for peaceful, 1 for easy, 2 for normal, and I think 3 for hard, yeah. And there is the game mode option, which is 0 for survival and 1 for creative. I'm gonna just leave it on 0. And then there is the max players option, self-explanatory, how many players can join on your server. There is the spawn monsters option. I'm gonna leave it on true since this is a survival server. There's the generate structures option, which spawns NPC villages and other things like dungeons and whatever, strongholds. And there is the view distance. The lower you set it on, this will load much less chunks. For example, if I'm gonna set it on 9, it's gonna like load less chunks. This is if you have high lag, so you want to set it on number less than 10. Then there is the message of the day, which I've set it on this one. Hope you like it. Exclamation mark. No, I'm not gonna set that one up. And then you're just gonna save the Server.Properties file, and let's try to connect. Open up Minecraft, I'm logging in. Gonna go on multiplayer, then you wanna go to direct connect, then type in localhost. After, this is foolish of me, after you launch the server. Default game type survival, you can see it right here. So it's done loading, and I'm gonna just click on join server. What the hell? And here I am. I spawned in a jungle, not sure why. But whatever, this is the world which you're gonna be playing at. If you want to, you can just delete it and start a new server with a new seed. Thanks for watching, guys. This was the video on how to set up the Server.Properties file, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Take care.